Well, this is my friend Linda Morgan Lee, and she is going to hook up my DC to DC charger. And it is really a pleasure to know her. I met her last year at Lulu's meetup, and we came back again this year. We've also spent a little time last summer traveling around Maine. But I'd like her to tell you all a little bit about herself.
I'm Linda. I've worked on boats and emergency vehicles for right many years, wiring them. And Marilyn had heard about me knowing how to wire something, and she had gotten a DC to DC charger and asked me if I would hook it up for her. And I said, sure, no problem. So we're gonna hook that up. And I also have a channel called Wandering Wild Ride. WANDERING, WILDRIDE, Wandering Wild Ride.
Well, Linda is helping to install my DC to DC charger, and we managed to get the hole through whatever
The firewall.
the firewall.
Yeah, we came in right beside the other wires where all the other harness goes through.
I don't know if I can get in there, but it's the best I can do to get that photo anyhow. So we got our...
And then once we get everything hooked up back there, we'll connect this to the hot post, and we'll hook this to the body.
Okay.
For the ground. I want to just run it like I did mine, Marilyn, because I was going to run mine under here, but there wasn't room, and I tried to push it down. There wasn't enough room, so you might want to get your son to figure out.
My son and my brother can do that.
Yeah, okay.
As long as we have a little extra leeway.
We just run this right here. This gets you power anyway. And that there. But mine, like I said, wouldn't fit.
Well, I think maybe I'll just tuck it under this dirty thing right here.
That'll work. I hope it's long enough. Should be. Right now we'll just run this right over the top here.
That'll slide down behind the cabinet eventually. So you want me to go back here?
Yeah, and pull it. What you got back there?
Junk. Okay.
You're excited for that.
Would you hold the camera for me, please?
But I'm watching all the dogs too.
Oh, well, well, maybe I can put it up here. Let me see if, yeah, that might kind of work.
Kickstand on it.
I do, sort of. We'll
Here you
try
go,
it this
ma'am.
way. That water thing
Alright.
can just pull up out of there if you need
Alright.
to. And
See, I knew if I stepped away. Max.
I think I've got these alien tape down.
Well, you want to just lay it across the top right now. It'll be good until you get home and your son can
Okay, that'll probably
run
be
it
better.
behind the...
Donovan's joining in to
Okay.
help.
Is that enough?
Yep.
Well, hello there. Are you trying to figure out what we're doing? Are you going to help us? You're such a sweetheart. Yes.
Now Jazzy's jealous.
Ah, Jazzy, you're jealous.
You got some tools, Marilyn?
What do you need?
The ones that... We've got the one that goes with this and here, I think.
You can just let it record and I'll edit it out of there.
Okay.
You're such a sweetheart. Oh, what a sweetheart.
You're a mooch is what you are. Just
Oh, I
like
know.
Max, I want all the attention. How exciting.
Then we have our negative input
Good boy, Max.
and our positive input, which is coming from the battery itself. You look here, we have an output, a negative and a positive, which the cables will run to your power station.
Okay.
But right now we're going to do the input side.
Can charge you. That's what it is.
Oh, I can? That
Yep.
was good to know.
Yep. That's what I do with my too.
Okay.
I bought I'll show it to you what I bought.
And always pull to make sure it don't come out. Because if you pull it and it comes out, that means it's going to work its way out eventually. Make sure it's tight because you want a tight connection. You don't want it loose because then it can cause fire.
And I don't want that.
Me either.
Marilyn, I ordered one of these to get to have in your video. So anything that this will plug into, you can charge. I attach this to the charger.
Oh, okay.
So anything that this fits, you can
And
charge.
look at all those ends.
Yeah. And it was
Okay.
cheap. It was like 12 bucks on Amazon. There's one that has like 12 tips on it.
Do you have a link that you can send that to
Yes,
me?
ma'am.
Okay.
And then your breakers right here have on and off. Which right now we don't have no power. We won't have no power going through it until we hook it to the battery. I'm gonna set this up here for right now. Whoops, you got them there.
Well, I can undo those right
Yeah.
on top of my cabinet.
'Cause
And
it's not gonna fit that way, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, it will. And then that way it'd be even easier when we run straight out.
oh, good.
And those back that way. And we'll stick that down with something.
I've got alien tape that should hold it.
Yeah.
Okay, we will
Would it
do
being
that.
flat?
I won't get it now, but
What is it we're doing?
All right, we're gonna run these cables here into your negative output and your positive output. I'll tighten those down, and then you'll use your piece that you're using for your solar right now.
Okay.
Plug that in there, and then plug it right into your power station.
it's pretty easy install, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And not for me.
Well, all things considered.
Yeah, all things considered.
I mean, the biggest thing for her was jabbing through the wall.
Mm-hmm. Make sure.
Yeah, really.
Make sure I don't hit no
My battery's
cables.
under my passenger driver's floor. I didn't have to go through the wall.
Let me get my light. Oh, I can't
Oh, well, I've got.
Oh, I mean watching you like she loves you and she's watching over you.
That's good. All you got to do is plug your piece that you get hooked to your solar now and that, and we'll hook that up
Awesome.
there, and you'll have some power once we get that hooked up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that'll take off those. Other way.
Yep, you're right.
Righty tighty, lefty
Yep,
loosey.
yep. Many times I've done it and I'm turning it the wrong direction.
And they're on there tight.
Mine were,
Shoot.
which I had wrenches to work with instead of,
Right.
or sockets, or ratchet.
Incredible. Are you yanking the cable towards you at the same time as you're turning that to the left?
Let's see. This is gonna loosen it this way.
Nuh-uh. That's I'm loosening it to the right?
But if you look,
Going
if
to
I'm
the
standing this way, that's my left.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to the left.
Never listen to me again, will you? Donovan, you're so cute.
Now, Laura installed her own, but Laura's a lot more a go-getter than I am, and
I think it's immature. Laura's more immature. Does things like a kid.
I managed to finally build a wooden box at the age of 72
Good for you.
for the first time. So I'm not about to work with electrical stuff. Oh no.
And this ring terminal, the hole was really a little bit bigger than what this stud is. But that's what's on there, so that's what we're gonna have to use. It should have been a smaller stud. Ring terminal.
It'll work though, as long as it got the connection.
All right, that's good.
Okay.
Then we're gonna take and pull this. So I got some cable ties somewhere. We'll tie that up under there, tie it to here and there, and then that way it's not just flopping.
Should I go to the front here?
Definitely a job for socket wrench.
Yep. 'Cause I don't know how good this is gonna get down in there.
What do you got going down in there? That
The
one.
ground. You're gonna want it grounded to the body instead of the battery. That way, if something happens, it can't backflow.
Oh,
through the-
okay, I see. That's why I don't do anything electrical.
We gotta get her solar.
Yeah, I'm gonna need something besides these. I don't have room to turn it.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
And explain what you're doing,
We
please.
got a metric 10 here to get down in here to the ground on the body. Man, they put, yep, I could hook it up for you.
Experience. Good, Max? Good? Did you make these? I did. They're so pretty.
It is definitely good to know people with talent and tools. I have no talent, so therefore I have no tools.
That double size.
I know what a screwdriver is and a hammer. Oh no, what happened?
I gave the girls some there. That's
I didn't fall for.
I am gonna hang it up.
Oh, you're gonna hang it up?
In my van.
Oh.
Or hang it.
All right, now we're hooking the ground up.
Command,
And always make sure your connections are as tight as you can get them. Okay, let me find some tie straps and I'll get you to pull this through some and we'll strap that to some more stuff so it's not just dangling.
Okay.
I'm just gonna cable tie this up here so that wire's not dangling. And go in there and pull those through some more. Going to the back too, Marilyn, a little bit.
What was that?
I said that'd give you more going to the back too.
Oh, okay.
I'll leave them, don't want them tight, so I'm gonna just leave them like that.
Okay.
I'll do with the other tie straps.
I got a ton of those at home.
Have you?
I was doing them for reeds.
Hey Laura.
What?
Have you got any cutters by any chance?
Have I got what?
That'll cut the tie straps?
I cut something to cut it with?
Yeah. Well, you know I got my knife.
I got all kinds of stuff.
I got a couple of knives too.
My knife. All right, you're done.
Oh,
Breaker right here. It has off and on like any other breaker. If you turn it off, you have power coming from the battery right here. It runs through the breaker. If it's off, the power's not going to run through to this side, so it's not going to be hot. Just this side's going to be hot. If you turn it on, you have the power that runs through this cable, through, and to this cable, which will be hot then, and it will be able to power her station running down the highway. The alternator will charge her battery, and her battery will send power to her power station.
now will I have to make sure that that is turned on before I head down the road?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So the next part I have to work on is my memory.
And your battery.
Well, thank you
You're
so
so welcome.
much. I
You're welcome.
appreciate this.
Yep.
Well, now the DC to DC charger is installed, but that is not all there is to it. I found out through experience in driving around the first week without the settings being properly set that something wasn't quite right. Now, I am not a professional here. I'm not an expert. So I'm going to try to explain this to you the best way that I can. So please bear with me. Now I do have the Bluetti system, and I did go in and download the Bluetti app. That much I did, but I didn't know anything more than that. So what I found out is after the first week and only charging it maybe 250 watts, that wasn't quite right. So I reached out to my friends and found out that I need to do more than just download the app. I did, however, have it paired to my phone. Once you have the app downloaded, you want to add your devices and do all your settings. So hopefully I can explain this so that you can understand. As you can see in this messed up video, my Bluetti is at 31% charged. Here I added a still shot of the video. So what we're going to do now is we are going to, first of all, start the car. Say hello to Jazzy. And then I'm going to get in so that I can show you the breaker box. You can see that here's the breaker box, and it is currently in the off position. It's always best to start your car first before you turn the breaker box on. Once you open the app, make sure that your Bluetooth is enabled to pair with your phone. Once it is paired with your phone, you will need to go in to your Add Device and add your devices. Now mine are already added. I hope you can see those here. So I will go back, and now that they are added, I am going to go into my devices, and the first thing I'm going to look at here is my Bluetti AC180. As you can see, it has already charged to 34% from the 31 I just showed you. At the top, you can see that it is charging at 500 watts. If I had it connected to my set power refrigerator, it would be showing the output over here, but since I don't have it hooked up, it's showing 0. If I were charging something like my refrigerator, it would be showing that it is charging through DC, and this would be turned on. However, since it's not charging anything at the moment, that's why it doesn't show that it's on. If I had something plugged in, like maybe my corded fan, it would show that it was connected to the AC instead. I hope that makes sense to you. Now I'm going to go back. One of the problems I had when I first started out with this is that I was not charging at that 500 watts. It was only charging at maybe 250. And what I found out over time of a week maybe, that I didn't have my settings properly set. So what I need to do is go into my charger 1, and as you can see, it is charging at 507 watts. And the important thing that you're going to look at is this charging voltage. I believe by default it comes up at 27, and that is what it was set on for my first week. And once I got it figured out that this wasn't quite right and contacted my friends, because I don't understand this stuff, they had me up that charging voltage to 56. And once I did that, I am now charging at 500 plus watts. Now to go into this to change it, which I don't want to do, but this is what you would do, is you'll go in and you'll see that this is charging at 27 and you want to change it to 56. But since I don't know what I'm doing here, I am just going to back out of it so I don't change anything. But ever since I changed that to the 56 volts, this thing has been charging beautifully. Now, it's not a good idea to sit here in your driveway with a car running, charging your battery like I am right now. It is best to really be doing this while you're driving down the road, but just for the education purposes, this is what I'm doing. So, do as I say, not as I do. Anyhow, if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to reach out. If I don't have the answer to your question, I will find somebody who does. But first and foremost, it's important to refer to your owner's manual. But if you're like me and you don't understand it, it doesn't do much good to look at it. So I know some friends who will answer the questions. So like I said, feel free to reach out. And I hope this has been somewhat of a help to you. In the meantime, I'm going to revisit this breaker box just for a moment. Right now you can see that it is in the on position. I have been told that after 30 minutes of inactive use that it will automatically shut off. Um, but I have noticed that the box back here does have a blue light to it, and at night lights drive me crazy, so I have to make sure that I just come over here and flip that off. Now before you turn it on, it's always best to start your car first and then reach in and turn it on. I hope this video has been of some help to you. Like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If I don't have the answers, I will find somebody who does, and we will get back to you. But I can also attest to the fact that this has been a real game changer for me. I have not had any problem running out of power. I do have solar panels, so if I'm at a campground where there is no electricity, I use my solar panels. But it is great to have this DC to DC charger, so if you're thinking about it, jump on the bandwagon. You will not be disappointed. So I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope to see you down the road. And before I sign off, Jazzy is just sitting here watching me do my thing, hoping that we're going to be on the road soon. A few more weeks, baby. We'll be traveling. See you down the road.